Good afternoon. This is my second video produced using OBS and OpenShot. And in this video, I'm going to talk about convergence of open and distance learning and conventional system of education. I'm Dr. Anil Chandapuram from IGNO, RC Jorhat. As we all know, the higher education system in India are having different challenges, and these challenges at recent time can be divided into two broad categories. One is the general challenges that was always there. One is about quality of higher education, another is about quantity, and the another one that in the last year we have faced was about pandemic. The general challenges have already been there. Indian higher education system, the quality is always a big question. Moreover, our gross enrollment ratio is very less compared to the world average, and the government is trying to now increase it. So we'll be discussing these two matters, how this education system can face these challenges and come out with a solution. Quality and quantity of education delivery in the context of the social dimensions of the country is a major challenge before higher education institution in India. The university and collegiate education system in the country is in the initial phase of major innovations and reforms to meet these challenges. We have a young population who are looking for higher education, but we have less number of institutions for which we are not able to accommodate all the learners. And as with the National Education Policy 2020, the government is trying to increase the enrollment ratio, and therefore almost all universities and colleges are going to have a quantum change in almost all dimensions. These are the days of collaborations and blended learning. We had a conventional system of education where learners used to go to the classroom and the teacher is teaching in the classroom, and we have a college or a university that was running like that. But now with the number of innovations in ICT, we are using the ICT tools to deliver the curriculum. We are also using the face-to-face mode. So both modes are now helping to increase the quality as well as the quantity. And since it's a huge country, we have institutions of excellence, and we have institutions of medium level and low level of institution in India. Therefore, it's a need to collaborate for equal distribution of human resources as well as physical resources. These two major things, collaborations among the institutions and blended learning, these are making the convergence of conventional system of education and open and distance learning system. As I said earlier, the national target is to enhance the gross enrollment ratio to 50% by 2030, which is at present about 27%. Therefore, the institutions of higher education have a pivotal role to play to increase this enrollment ratio. Universities and colleges are getting prepared for this transformation. It is not only because of the pandemic that we have, but also because of that less number of students that we are enrolling in India in higher education system. Of course, the pandemic, the COVID-19 has taught us a lesson, particularly those institutions, those academicians which were not using the ICT tools. Now they're almost made under compulsory kind of compulsory mode that they are going to use these ICT tools. So how to increase the quality and quantity? Both will have to go together. It is not that we will be increasing the quantity and we will be not doing for the quality, or vice versa. So both should go in hand. So the first solution is technology augmented conventional face-to-face education. Whatever we are teaching in classroom, let's use ICT tools. Let's use e-learning system, so that the students are comfortable the way they want to learn. It may be the face-to-face mode, it may be the electronic version of e-learning system. Basically, we want a system where which should be learner-centric. The another system we have already been doing in India is open and distance learning system. Where IGNOU is taking the leadership, and now almost all the universities have ODL mode of education. They have a center in almost all the universities. Similarly, colleges are coming up with a open and distance learning cells. So that will increase the quality and quantity. And of course, in the satellite education and online education by other organizations, it may be private or PPP model, or by government. So it has to be supplemented by satellite education and online education, so that we can look for a Indian education system where quality and quantity both are enhanced. Some of the important issues that need immediate attention by all the stakeholders that I'm going to discuss. The first thing is existing colleges and university departments should be provided with capabilities of ICT and web-based teaching learning. We have a very diverse system of education in India. All are not equally equipped. There are colleges and universities which are well equipped with ICT tools, ICT facilities, but there are universities and colleges where the facility for ICT or web-based teaching is not there, or is very less. So it has to be enhanced in the colleges and university departments, so that they can almost double the enrollment in their own popular courses without compromising the quality. So once we go for blended mode of education, face-to-face as well as e-content, e-learning, then we can increase the enrollment with the same quality. Second is, even if a kind of pandemic like COVID-19 comes, our system will not stop. This will go on. COVID-19 is one of the pandemics, so there may be another form of pandemic in near future. The way we are destroying the nature, so we can always foresee a kind of pandemic in near future. So we should be ready with an education system where our young generation is not deprived of getting higher education. So when the open and distance education and the conventional system of education, they converge into a new system, then we can use the idling time of physical facilities like classrooms, laboratories, libraries, computer centers, etc., so that we can train, we can give education to a more number of students with the same facility, with the same group of people, with the same teachers. So the capabilities and services of large number of qualified teachers in such colleges and universities can be used, provided the ICT facilities is there. And that will also reduce the equity in the higher education system, because a learner in Delhi or in Mumbai or in any metro or advanced cities are getting better facilities compared to a learner in Northeast or somewhere in the remote part of the country. So if we can have collaborations among the institutions which are having better ICT infrastructure, with the middle level or average quality colleges, then one way, the first thing is that we can increase the enrollment in those colleges and universities. We can also increase the quality of those middle level and average level colleges, and that will also help us, equitable society where all the learners are getting same kind of education. So that will be a better society, better education system. So we hope in the next few years India is coming up with such kind of collaboration, such a new system of education with face-to-face mode of education, as well as open and distance learning education system. Thank you very much.